The story starts in Seoul, where Kim Do-hyun, a Meek bank manager everyone bullies, is secretly codenamed Loving, the deadliest agent South Korea ever ran inside North Korea, and his daughter is about to disappear. Kim Do-hyun is walking home from work on a dark night when a taxi driver starts screaming at a blue BMW parked across the narrow road. And a tattooed arm flicks a lit cigarette out the window until the driver backs down. Kim Do-hyun pauses beside the car, looks down at a gold chain thug lounging in the window and says nothing. Seconds later, he is knocked into the BMW. The side mirror snaps clean off, and Kim lands sprawled among toppled orange cones. The thugs pile out, accuse Kim Do-hyun of running an insurance scam, and order him to kneel and pay for mirror. Kim calmly tells them his arm feels okay, so they can just go, which gets him slammed against the pole by the collar. The next morning, Kim Do-hyun cooks breakfast in a pink floral apron for his daughter. Kim Min-ji then fills out her school emergency contact form, writing an X in the box for mother and another X in the box for siblings. Kim Min-ji gives him one friend's name for the form, and after she leaves, Kim Do-hyun sits alone repeating Kang-har out loud. Then, he sprints flat out after a city bus with his briefcase swinging and his tie flying. At Samsung Savings Bank, Kim Do-hyun catches a Novi 5,000 won corporate card charged his boss, Kang Hak-soo, filed on a day Kang was on leave. Kang mocks his memory and tells him to learn to bend the rules, so Kim writes the fraud off himself. His co-worker, Jang Sang-ah, catches him searching for a taser as a birthday gift for Min-ji, teases that he should use it on Mr. Kent at night, and decides she is helping him pick something better. At school, Ju Hae-ri flexes a pink limited edition her father brought back from a business trip, and when Kim Min-ji says hers cost 5,000 won, the clique turns on her and sneers that she carries the reek of an old widower. In a girl's bathroom, another student yanks Kim Min-ji's hair for talking back, and Ju Hae-ri calls them off, only to lean into Min-ji's face, smile, and tell her she is pathetic. The girls file out laughing, and Min-ji cries alone into her sleeve. Sang-ah drives Kim Do-hyun to a department store, parks him in a dessert queue full of teenagers, and takes his credit card. Kim squints at his phone when the charge lands, because the t-shirt she chose costs 500,000 won. The next day, Kim Min-ji finds her gym clothes dumped in a trash can with her name tag facing up, so she digs them out with her bare hands and glares at the girls laughing behind her. Kim Ab-hun quietly lends her his own jacket. Kim Do-hyun has two old friends. Sung Han-soo runs a taekwondo school the kids treat as a playground, and Park Jin-chul directs traffic in full marine camouflage until children are too scared to cross. Han-soo kicks in Jin-chul's office door to drag him to their annual drink. At the barbecue place, Park Jin-chul wears a shirt printed with his daughter Taebyun's face, and when a thug at the next table leers at the photo and offers to treat her well, Jin-chul throws the first punch and takes on roughly 17 men alone. Kim Do-hyun slips out the door the moment it starts and calls the police anonymously, while customers film everything and a thug goes flying through the plate glass window. Sung Han-soo grabs Jin-chul from behind, and the officers tase them both. Back at school, Ju Hae-ri has Kim Min-ji dragged into an equipment storage room, and while the other girls hold Min-ji up, Hae-ri mocks the smell of a motherless child. Min-ji grabs Hae-ri by the hair and beats her down. Haire's father is Zhu Gangchen, a construction chairman whose back is covered in scar tissue because he burned his own gang tattoos off. When Haire's mother demands the fight go on Minji's record, Kim Do-hyun kneels on the principal's office floor and begs. Zhu Gangchang overrules his own wife and daughter and settles for Kim Bin-ji transferring schools. Out on the track, Min-ji asks her father why he had to grovel, and when he mentions her birthday, she says she hates it because it is the day her mother died. Kim Do-hae leaves honeysuckle at the memorial niche of his wife in Eugene. That night, Kim Mi-ji stands downtown, reading a message telling her to meet at the school back gate, and she texts her father that she is staying at a friend's place instead. Kim Do-hyun sits with her birthday cake until the clock hits midnight, redealing a phone that stays switched off. In the morning, Kang Hae-ryun tells him Kim Man-ji never came, and Kim Nam-hoon admits that thugs took his phone and sent that message. Kim Do-hyun runs through the woods to the demolition site behind the school and pushes past the plastic sheeting, where a huge pool of dried blood has soaked into the cinder blocks. In the dirt lies a mint hair tied with 2 purple beads. Rain starts falling, and Zhu Hae-ri walks back onto the site with the enforcer Min-ho and a group of thugs, pleased that nobody will find her. Kim Do-hyun steps out, holds the hair tie in his open palm, and tells Hae-ri it belongs to her. The thugs answer that they do not know where she is, and Kim Do-hyun replies that he never said he was looking for her. They strip their shirts to frighten him. Then one rips Kim's shirt open onto a torso covered in scars. Kim Do-hyun is codenamed Lee Shi-liu, a double agent who ran 17 infiltration missions inside North Korea and led the operation against its dream commander. In the downpour, he takes every thug apart, then holds a bloodied face in both hands and asks where Min-ji is. The episode rewinds to Arlene-ba, where Kim Do-hyun is a young sergeant ordered to eliminate North Korean Deputy Director Kim Jong-sun. Kim rides through a snowy forest at night, blocks a tunnel alone, and guns down the escort. Kim hijacks the target's sedan, tells him this is the end of the road for both of them, and drives it into black water. North Korean news says the officer died too, and Kim's commander smirks that Kim faked it to get discharged. Still in Arazalinba, Kim carries his wife Im Yo-jin into a clinic with his face still cut, and the doctor tells him the baby is healthy, but his wife is not. Dying, Im Yo-jin names the baby Min-ji and makes Kim promise to live for their daughter. Im Yo-jin dies, so Kim draws his pistol inside the unit and demands his discharge, because every mission is called the last one, and it never ends. A squad aims back until he presses the barrel to his commander Meek head, and the commander caves. Kim raises Min-ji alone after that, bottle feeding her at night and crouching with his arms open at the kindergarten bus. The montage ends on teenage Min-ji lying unconscious in her yellow hoodie, whispering for her dad. A caption reads last night, Min-ho and 2 delinquents corner Kim Min-hoon on a dark street and take his phone, and Min-ho texts Min-ji as name Ho, telling her to come to the school side gate. Min-ji walks there alone. Hae-ra and 8 kids are waiting at the demolition site instead, and Hae-ra mock pities Min-ji by saying Nam-hoon called in sick. The hazing starts around the burning oil drum, and Hae-ra sneers about making Min-ji kneel like her dad. Hae-ra dares Min-ji to hit her, so Min-ji hits her, and Hae-ra drags her into a hair-pulling brawl while the crowd films it with phone flashlights. Min-ho then knocks Min-ji to the ground and stands over her. Hae-ra grabs a brick from the rubble screams "just die," and swings it into Minji's head, while Min-ho holds her up by the collar. Minji drops onto the bricks and bleeds out, whispering for her dad, while her phone glows unanswered. Min-ho collects every phone as leverage, then calls a gang collector named Oh Min-cho to get rid of a body. Min-cho laughs until Harry takes the phone and says she's Jugang Chan's daughter from Yuhak Construction, which a scarred boss overhears. The gold tooth gang boss takes the job and loads Minji into his trunk, then drives Harry home, describing how he slits bellies and dumps organs at sea. Harry tells him flatly to get rid of her, and he grins and calls her princess. By daylight, the rain is washing Minji's blood off the bricks, and Kim has Min-ho pinned face down in the mud. Min-ho lies that she fell while running away, then names his contact Min-chul-ho, so Kim presses a skewer to his ear. Kim stands drenched in his silent apartment, where a vision of Minji asks why he did not bring his umbrella. He lets Yoon Sang-eul's calls from the bank ring out, dresses in black, and walks down a run-down alley. Behind gate 311, the long sharks beat a kneeling father who signed away his family's organs and drag his schoolgirl daughter toward a blue-lit operating room. Kim opens the door with a fake macaron delivery and starts throwing men through the rooms. Kim catches a swinging baseball bat one-handed in his leather gloves, and the last thug crawls off down the street in his slides. Meanwhile, the restaurant brawl video goes viral, and North Korean analysts spot Kim in the background of it. In the North War Room, Ryan outrages that everyone forgot what Kim did, and sends for the younger brother of Park Yang-kwang. The original number 66, In-seol Kang-guk-chil, says the government denies Agent Kim exists, so the South must reach him first. Kim returns to the den, lays a thug on the organ table until he talks, then corners Min-ho and levels a gun. Kim spares Min-ho because he believes his daughter is alive, but his car rolls to a voicemail saying the girl's body is already handled. At home, Jugang Chan sees the bruise on Hyuri's face and tells his daughter to make her name alone, enough to make people tremble. Out on the Black Sea, a frogman surfaces because Ray has sent Park Kang-sung south for the fake 66 head. Park Kang-sung walks into Daewon Station in a stolen police uniform, and Park Jin-chul clocks the disguise at once, claiming to be 66 himself. Jin-chul gives up Kim's address above Daewon Laundry, then fakes a heart attack and locks the officer in the cell. Kim is already in custody, silent with his gun and phone bag as evidence. So the detectives take his fingerprints. In an alley, Gan Chen's men open a trunk, complain it smells like blood, and one stares at the girl's pale hand and asks whether she moved. The fingerprint search returns access approval code required, and the captain goes pale because the Meek bank clerk's identity is sealed by the state. Then the bagged phone lights up with the words, "My daughter," and Kim shouts into it, "Minji?" The story rewinds 5 months. A classmate borrows Kim Minji's phone and teases it as an old clunker. So at dinner, Minji asks Kim Do-hyun for a new one. Kim Do-hyun says the old phone still works, and Minji storms off. Later that evening, Minji finds a black gift box in her room, and the two trade a quiet "I love you" across the apartment. Inside is a new phone, earbuds, and a plush pink heart charm. Minji laughs off as tacky. Back in the present, Kim Do-hyun walks a dim police station corridor past the interrogation rooms. Today, identity check on code name 66 there puts a command center on his trail. So the diamond laundry turns its sign to closed and a magazine gets loaded in the back room. Investigators pull Milho's messages off a cloud account, and a data log fills the screen with 43 gigabytes of usage. Recovered chat quotes the original order, saying a girl named Kim Min-ji keeps defying our Hyrie. So bring guys and teach her a lesson. That evening, an armed intruder slips through a rear glass door beside the laundry, where Park Jin-chul is washing dishes in his daughter's photo t-shirt. Jin-chul taunts that he could stop a bullet from that cheap gun with a skillet. The frying pan lands first, and the fight tears through the kitchen with a thrown chair and knives from the block until the pistol skids loose on the tile. Jin-chul staggers into the street, and the intruder is still inside with a knife. Kang Gu-chul rides a jeep convoy in his fedora while a briefer reports that Jin-chul was at Kim Do-hyun's house and that Kim Do-hyun's phone has been traced to a taekwondo dojo run by Olympic champion Sung Han-soo. In the trophy-lined office, Kim Do-hyun tells Sung Han-soo he got a text saying Mickey is dead and one unanswered call from her number, and he keeps his phone because he is already tracked. Han-soo opens a panel hidden in a fire alarm. Kang Gu-chul strolls in with SMD agents, carrying a taekwondo child and joking that a monster has captured him. Then Kang Gu-chul mocks the pair as washed-up agents pulling gray hairs, spares Han-soo as a citizen, and tells Kim Do-hyun his deal is over. Kim Do-hyun wrestles a gun from an agent and pins Kang Gu-chul at gunpoint beside the children's play structure. Han-soo draws his own pistol, and the fight climbs to the rooftop, where Han-soo fires from the ledge while dojo kids jog the street below. Kim Do-hyun and Han-soo take a tactical jeep and search for Min-ji's phone signal. At the veteran's post, Jin-chul blames his bad knee for letting the intruder run, salutes an elder veteran, and borrows bus fare. The jeep screen locks onto Min-ji's school photo. In a cramped apartment, a bandaged young man counts cash for a suited visitor and calls Min-ji's father, terrifying with a torso covered in knife and bullet scars. He blames Harry for everything, and a suited man elsewhere orders the evidence destroyed. Kim Do-hyun trades his glasses for a black cap and walks into a storage yard where a teen bully is squeezing kids for a $70 debt. Kim Do-hyun asks which class Kim Min-ji is in, and one boy says he knows her. Kim Do-hyun follows that trail into the school nurse's room, where a girl lies in a curtained bed texting. Kim Do-hyun grabs her throat and holds up her phone, forcing her to open the Friend Finder app that shows Min-ji's location. The trail leads Kim Do-hyun and Han-soo to a walled estate, where lookouts mock Han-soo's taekwondo uniform. Han-soo says he would have dressed differently if he had known, and the two fight through a hall stacked with antiques and dozens of thugs. Upstairs, Kim Do-hyun grips a captive by the jaw and makes him scroll photos on a stolen phone. The captive recognizes Min-ji, grins and brags about the girl from last night, so Kim Do-hyun beats him through a stack of crates. Back home, Kim Do-hyun cleans the apartment in a green apron with Min-ji's room still tipped shut, and he keeps seeing her on the bed with her guitar. In the den, fire spreads across the marble while Han-soo stands over a kneeling captive. In the present, Kim Do-hyun raises a shotgun in a dim room of liquor bottles, then walks a corridor beside Han-soo. Over the credits, a gap voice confirms the girl is dead and promises to take good care of the body. The episode rewinds to Aeon Buqiu on the Tao on Chu Wan to 除修 oil는 겨울주 초전 대신스 전지 카다 고편의 인수비了呀当年餐厅的 on the mouth门摸 ange chu ono dudayen chugu 買小豬風賣嘅青蟹 Upon 睇到 dasket kilozen below sunset The classroom is left spattered with blood and the winner gives his name through a mouthful of it I'm Park Yang-guang Mr. Months later, the survivors drill under red flags, while the scarred officer sends them south to kill any rats they find. 2 boys are strung up by chained wrists with 66 painted on one bare chest. And when asked his name, the boy says he does not remember. The training grinds on through freezing rain until 66 is just a paper tag pinned to a uniform. The unit gathers at a torch-lit tunnel mouth, and a 5-man team in balaclavas crosses into Gangwon province inside South Korea. 2 of them breach a traditional house and take a city figure alive, then find explosives strapped to the captive's wrist with a timer running. The timer reaches 2 seconds and the room detonates, and a voiceover says the unit's best agent was betrayed and the 66 died in action. The flashback ends on a line, I finally found you, Fix 66. The story returns to the present, where Kim Do-hyun is forced to his knees at gunpoint in an ornate hall. 2 of the raiders turn out to be watchers embedded in his cover life, a co-worker and his local dry cleaner. They order Kim Do-hyun to surrender for breaking his terms. So he tells them Kim Min-ji has been taken and begs to find her first. The standoff breaks into a brawl, and the dry cleaner ends up slammed against the pool table with a bullet wound. Song Han-soo drives Kim Do-hyun clear, and they pick up Park Jin-chul, flagging them down on a rural road beside a parked orange taxi. In a car, the man teases the wounded one about just another hole in his body, while powder is packed in. Kang Go-cheol watches the drive from a car, packed with drone feeds. The 3 men then corner a homeless man who ended up with Kim Min-ji's phone, and Park Jin-cheol's plan to beat the answers out of him gets a laugh about 3 grown men harassing one homeless guy. All the man remembers is a white BMW and a driver with a ponytail. The team pulls the CCTV, runs the face through recognition, and lands on Kim Sang-man, 41 years old, weigh 175 kilos, 8 prior convictions, with the real aim of tying it to Ju Gamchang. A card reading Ju years earlier opens a second flashback, where masked residents fight red-vested enforcers under banners opposing a redevelopment. A cleaning worker falls from a rooftop while a bald gangster watches from the ledge, and the city approves the redevelopment soon after. The gangster who arranged it then kills his own bald boss, CEO Yang Seo-kil, and toasts his men under a club sign. A chairman's people drag him to a burned-out swimming pool, and the purge ends with a captive begging to be his dog. Back in the present, the tracker climbs toward 95%, while a car threads a shipping container yard at night, and men lift something from the trunk. A body wrapped in a tarp, only its black shoes showing, gets carried into a walk-in freezer warehouse. Kang Go-cheol is waiting on Night Bridge when the car carrying Song Han-soo and Park Jin-cheol is forced off the road and flips through the air in flames. Song Han-soo climbs out with a split lip while Park Jin-cheol stays pinned unconscious in a rag. Song Han-soo mocks the stupid fedora and the codename, throws a flying kick over the guardrail, and gets a handgun pointed at him. Kang Go-cheol beats him down until he is crawling, and an SMD convoy rolls in with a dozen guns raised. At the warehouse, a scarred gang boss called Al Eun-gun turns secretary and plays his leverage. repeating Do-Hire's own words back down the line. Get rid of her. Can you handle that? He wants 2 billion won in cash, delivered alone. Do-Hire first tells her father she only pushed the girl, then breaks and admits she thinks she killed her. Yu Gangchan answers coldly that she should have asked him to do it, then decides to pin the killing on the gold-toothed boss. At the Maimpo logistics warehouse, a bloodied girl in a torn school uniform hides among the pallets, cradling her bruised hand, and an on-screen card confirms it is Kim Min-ji. She clamps a hand over her mouth as a gangman searches nearby. Kim Do-Hain is already inside the same yard in black gloves, tracking his daughter's phone through her friend's shared location, and he puts a blade to the gangman's throat. The episode closes on a message scratched into a dusty surface reading, "Dad, I'm sorry." Back in the present, Kim has already torn through a gang office, and a terrified man backs into the red hazard lighting while another lies unconscious among overturned furniture. Kim drags the third man up by the collar and asks whether Zhu Gangchan is his boss. The thug says no and asks if Kim is a cop, so Kim asks the only question that matters. "My Minji, where is she?" The thug says she is at the warehouse, that they put her in the freezer, and Kim's face goes black. A second thug, bleeding through his white shirt, adds that they only moved her there after a call from Zhu Gangchan's daughter saying she was already dead. Kim, crying now, warns them that if Mindy is dead, none of them leave the room. Meanwhile, a convoy of SMD vehicles wings along a riverside road toward the same port. Inside one jeep, a heavy-set officer in glasses lectures his exhausted colleagues about the MG the Foot 2 and admits he never suspected that quiet agent to Kim was really number 6 Aces. At the container yard, a bloody young captive screams and wrestles a white BMW through the stacks, chased by a military jeep driven by a man in black glasses and leather gloves. The jeep rams the BMW head-on, and the driver hauls him out. Roughly 15 men with bats block the path to a refrigerated container, and their boss orders them to kill the man in glasses. Inside that sealed container, Miji sits alone in the cold while the boss taunts her over an intercom and tells her to freeze and die. An aerial shot answers the 15 men, all of them flat on the ground around the man in glasses. Then a fighter in a black baseball cap comes at him with a serrated knife, and the cap man ends up choking Kim against the jeep, his glasses knocked off. As Kim is strangled, the episode cuts to a North Korean training camp, where trainees with numbers on their chests knife fight in a mud pit. Number 73 loses to number 66, then hands him a bundle of food and begs him never to forget him. The next night, their mission goes wrong. An explosion tears through a wooden mansion and sets the room burning, and 63 pulls the bleeding 73 into his arms. 73 says he would rather die than be taken alive, reaches up to touch 66's face and stops moving. Back in the present, Minji is alive, sitting in a dim blue storage room with wet hair and blood on her collar, repeating the text her father sent her after the school meeting. "My pride is you." Minji turns it into a promise to survive and come home. Outside in pouring rain, a gangster in a maroon blazer finds one of his own crew bleeding on the ground, and man gasps that somebody claiming to be the girl's father did this. The gangster draws a knife and goes hunting Minji through the pallets. He promises to let her go if she comes out, and when she does, he lunges at her instead, shocked that she is still alive. Minji fights him off with a metal pipe, shouts that he is nothing but a liar, and runs into the rain. Elsewhere in the same downpour, Kim has a bloodied young man on his knees and calls him a traitor to the Republic. Then Kim tells him to stay alive, Kang Song, and says those were the last words Park Yangguan ever said to him. The young man starts crying. Deep in the warehouse shelving, Kim finds a makeshift bed made out of a yellow tarp, and he says out loud that Minji is alive, but the hideout is empty. Beside it, traced by finger into the dust, is her message. Dad, I'm sorry, I'm scared. Kim climbs on top of a shipping container to scan the yard, but Minji is wedged among box-sized sacks on the far side, and she climbs a chain-link fence and slips into the trees. Kim never sees her, so he throws his head back and screams into the rain. The gangs holding her learn there is nobody to hide because Minji is alive and running. So everyone starts hunting her at once. Kim phones import coordinates from the flooded Highway 87. SMD decides to take her hostage first, and a tracker locks onto the car she is slumped in. A girl in a torn, blood-flecked school jacket runs down the middle of a rain-lashed mountain road at night. It is Kim Minji alive. A car finds her. Minji collapses unconscious across the back seat, and the shaken driver phones someone to report her. The car belongs to a construction company, and the driver moved Minji after a call from Drew Harry, so the girl who wanted her dead knows she survived. Those where Kim reads an urgent text, commandeers Hansu's delivery scooter, and tells him Minji is alive. A black SUV brings Minji to a mountain estate at dawn, and when she tries to phone home, the aide tells her to do it later. Maids walk her into a private study where Ju Harry's father Ju Gangchan asks how she's feeling. Minji apologizes for fighting with his daughter, then tells him everything is hazy, that it started with waking up locked inside a freezer and running as soon as she got out. Yu Gangchan asks what happened in the warehouse and who else was inside. In a darkened den, Ju Gangchan walks Minji through a cover story about a thug who chased her, and she asks to borrow his phone to call her father. He refuses, then drops the act and tells Minji that his daughter wanted her dead. A pair of hands loads a syringe with blue liquid while Ju Gangchan says the story out loud. A thug kidnapped Kim Minji outside the school. The thug is taken care of, and all that is left is erasing her. Two suited men hold Minji down. An SUV rams through the estate's iron gates before the syringe is used, and a bruised man fires a pistol into the air. He sprawls on Ju Gangchan's couch and introduces himself as the director of the SMD. Looking for Kim Minji. Ju Gangchan hides Minji in the basement while a brawl breaks out above the koi pond, and the director jams his pistol against a guard's forehead. Two men in glasses watch from the hillside and hold back, and a bribed official protects Ju Gangchan. So the SMD retreats. Later, at a lakeside dock, a female operative picks a lock into a storage room and drops a guard with a flying kick. Minji is found nearby, wrists roped and mouth gagged, and the team leader cuts her loose and asks if she is okay. In the jeep, Minji keeps asking who these people are, and they tell her they live in the shadows. In the woods, Kim finds a taut tripwire. An SMD agent ambushes him and knocks his glasses off, and Kim answers with a suppressed pistol. Minji sleeps against her teammate's shoulder as the convoy drives on. Kim calls over the radio and Minji answers. Then a mocking voice offers a trade if he turns himself in. At the wheel, Kim tells himself he is an agent, not a dry cleaner. At the Marine Veterans Clubhouse, Jin Cheo's wife tells him Kim's daughter was taken and that he and Han-soo are going along, then asks only for 2 book key afterward. Jin Cheo rolls back the office rug, opens a hidden hatch, and arms up from a wall of handguns. The jeep reaches SMD's own high-security campus, and Kim slides flat on her parked car in the red light garage as a full emergency alert goes out. Han-soo gets in separately, ties up a cleaning woman while apologizing over and over, and climbs into the ceiling ductwork. Min-ji sits handcuffed in a blue-lit cell while an interrogator presses her about her father's real identity. A file-headed Code N Susie Sue fills a monitor, and Min-ji states on the record that she fought Ju Hatri, that something she guesses was a brick hit her, and that she woke locked in a freezer. A limousine pulls up, and National Security Deputy Minister Im Do-hayan steps out, and staff suspecting Ju Gang-chen tipped him off ordered the girl hidden. Guards hood Min-ji and move her to a new cell, where a vent opens above her and Han-soo hauls her up. In the vent, Min-ji tells Han-soo she told them her dad is a spy, and Han-soo confirms it. They climb into a stairwell marked C-Zone bunker. Dozens of SMD operators ring them, and Han-soo counts to 3 as a pickup roars in, and a rocket blast flattens the line. Han-soo shields Min-ji from the blast, and the men in the truck find their rifles loaded with blanks. So they tie a white sock to a barrel and surrender. The SMD orders the squad to take Min-ji anyway, and Kim walks in with rifles trained on him. The episode rewinds to the day Kim Do-hayan left the service. The officers argue over what to do with him, but a general rules he should be discharged since Agent 66 might come in handy someday. Kim Do-hayan walks past a memorial reading the late Im Yoo-jin, and a nurse hands him his newborn daughter. Like in the present, Kim Do-hayan moves through a dark garage in glasses, black tactical gear and leather gloves, and when he finds Min-ji cowering against the wall, he tells her twice, "Min-ji, I'm here now, let's go home." Kim Do-hayan marches out gripping a bloody man in a trench coat, a captive the dialogue calls the Deputy Chief of National Security, and threatens to shoot him, so the officers refuse the order to fire and crouch inside a marked square. Min-ji sobs against her father while a gunman in an orange bandana herds the squad along. A mine is planted to stop anyone moving, and a second captive in a red padded vest, jeered as Cricket Roach, hands over his car keys. A control room operator catches the escaping sedan on camera Citybad. So 2 armed operatives are waiting outside a glass office building, and one accuses Kim Do-hayan of pointing a gun at a colleague, but he refuses to stand down until Min-ji is safe. In the back of a moving sedan, Kim Do-hayan and Min-ji take each other for injuries in tears, and Min-ji insists there's no doubt he is her dad and apologizes for the horrible things she said before she was taken. Jin Cho drives, and Han-soo teases Min-ji about how much ill she put away until all 4 are laughing. From a hillside, a suited handler watches them through binoculars, and a well-dressed man under a dragon painting answers, "Bring them quickly." Driving home at dusk, their sedan is boxed in by 2 box trucks and a forklift marked Zhangmin forklift, and masked men spin the wheel, lug nuts off with a pneumatic wrench, then winch the car into a trailer and seal the doors. Inside the sealed trailer, Jin Cheo squeezes out through the sunroof to find the crew, joking that he is too fat to fit, but the attackers pump sleeping gas in. So Kim Do-hyun tells Min-ji to sleep while Han-soo is stranded outside. The truck turns down a dirt track into a remote quarry where an excavator is already digging a grave-sized pit, and the handler reports they're out. So the boss orders him to take the girl and her father and dispose of the other two. That order never gets carried out because Kim Do-hang has been lying there with his eyes barely open. Han-soo takes the wheel and the sedan tears off across the quarry, and Jin Cheo-wix eats a coffee candy and swings, laughing through a bloodied mouth. The quarry costs Kim Do-hyun badly because a camel-clad officer overpowers him inside a container corridor and kicks him clean off his feet into the dirt. And yet the survivors end up silhouetted together on a ridge, driving out with Minji asleep in the back. Kim Do-hae walks alone into a mansion living room and faces a man in a tan three-piece suit who needles him about being ex-special forces, offers him 100 million won a month to wipe the slate clean, and mocks him for kneeling before his daughter. Kim Do-hyun stays quiet through all of it, then answers flatly that Minji's safety comes first, so he'll get rid of him. And he takes the man by the collar and beats him backward over the sofa until he is left crumpled. Minji watches her father beat another man down against a rug, and Kim Do-hae makes him beg her forgiveness, then orders both him and Harry to turn themselves in, because the parents' small things become a boulder on their child's shoulders. 4 hours later, a raid leaves dozens of armed men face down on a concrete floor, and police fill the street outside Diamond Laundry, where Minji stands under a happy birthday banner, while Kim Do-hyun cooks and confesses that he came from North Korea. Minji tells him that thinking about her father kept her going inside the freezer where she was held, and she hands him a small school photo of herself, and when Kim Do-hyun teases her for crying, she looks up to find his chair empty. Kim Do-hyun walks out to the team surrounding the laundry and negotiates his own surrender, asking only that Minji be kept safe, and after a 4-star general promises to take care of her, he's led away and loaded into a military van. The roundup spreads, so Han-soo ends up alone in a holding cell. Xiang Sang is demoted a rank for unauthorized weapon use. A handwritten shop for sale sign appears on the laundry door, and the news reports the inter-Korean talks have been postponed. Kim Do-hyun is then blindfolded with his glasses taken and marched through a keypad-locked door, and a young man wearing a red North Korean flag pin watches him kneel in a glass cell before a guard injects him with a syringe. Kim Do-hyun wigs bound at the wrists beneath the North Korean flag and the twin leader portraits, and a soldier tells him there are so many questions he wants to ask. Then heats a metal rod over a brazier and holds the glowing point to his face.